War Maiden's ultimate ability. The outburst of mana released a radiance that beamed towards the sky, unleashing a trail of blazes that burnt the field away, and left only a sea of corpses behind. However, Tiger was the only one who survived, having witnessed the 7th Venati's slaughtering everyone he cared about. So when he found her unguarded, he decided to risk his life, realizing this was the only way to not let their deaths go in vain. Only 4 arrows remained in his quiver, but after shooting 2 of them to neutralize her front line, she activated her sword's mana to fly above the fallen horses, charging directly towards him as she parried his 3rd arrow. But even as he fired his last shot, she slashed it in half before coming to point her sword down his face, telling him that her name is Eleonora Voltaria, and that he was now hers. The following morning, he woke up to a hot girl shoving her sword down his throat, but although he wished they could trade places, he remembered that he was now a prisoner. Inside of Ellen's office, she commanded him to forfeit Alsace, since he was the lord of that nation. But after hearing her brain-dead request, he asked Ellen if she was as dense as her assistant's tits.
What did he say?
However, she revealed that she had another special command to give on to him, before all the soldiers, as Tiger shot an arrow that flew outside of the shooting range. He realized that he was being set up as a mockery in front of the entire kingdom. Even so, when he had finally grasped how to control the defective bow, an assassin began running along the walls and aimed directly towards the princess. But as Tiger screamed for Ellen to take cover, she acted running away. Tiger asked Alicia if he could help, but when she told him that he was useless, he aimed and fired from a distance of 300 meters, hitting the assassin's foot. All of the soldiers wondered how he was able to control a bow they purposely ruined. So Ellen told him that his target practice was complete, and welcomed him to Zekted as her slave. The following day to embarrass him. However, Tiger begged her to spare their lives because it was only a defective weapon, but saw the greatest weapons of mass distraction in his face. Seeing how he begged for the lives of his enemies, she thought he was the only brave person in the entire Brunish army, and confessed that she began falling for him after seeing his precision with the way he fired his arrows. Because on the night before the battle, she had scouted their hideout, and although her army was outnumbered 25,000 to 300 warriors, she wiped out all of his forces in half of a day. Even so, he was willing to face off against 7 soldiers alone, so she spared his life because she thought killing humanity's greatest archer was a waste, and went on to ask him to become one of her servants. However, he refused, telling her that he still had a home to protect, and people who were waiting for him to return. After leaving her office, he apologized to the bald ass for being forced to shave his hair, and look like a shiny shit stain. But the shit stain told him that shaving his hair was the greatest honor in his life, and after seeing his miraculous shot that saved the princess, he swore to shave his hair for the rest of his life to atone for ruining his bow. At the same time, one of the maids wished that Tiger's arrow would have penetrated deep inside of her body, and the other wished he would release his shots all over her face. Throughout the weeks, all of the hunters were shocked at his ability to triple shot a bullseye, and everyone begged him for archery lessons. But all the showering twinks hated him for stealing attention away from them, so he tried finding a place to shower alone, until he saw a baby dragon, but heard Ellen's voice telling him that it was Luni, her dragon pet.
Huh?
However, the worthless moron apologized for seeing her without any plot armor, but she asked him to turn around and join her.
Yes!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
その、ジスタートでは、なんだ、男女が一緒に水浴びを